Hello, everyone. I'm Damon and I'm here at NPR, which stands for National Public Radio, and I'm going to get interviewed today. Hi, I'm here with Melissa, and what's your job?
I'm one of the hosts of All Things Considered with National Public Radio.
What do you do for National Public Radio?
Well, we have a 2-hour nightly news program. It's on from 4 to 6 Eastern Time every day, and I'm one of the anchors, so I talk to interesting people like you.
Do you like it?
I love it. It's great. It changes every day, and I learn something new every day, usually more than one thing new.
How did you get started?
Oh, I started like a year after college. I started setting up interviews here, and I've been here for 24 years, so I've just done just about every job in the building.
Can you give some advice to the students at my school?
Sure. Learn to be a great observer. Pay attention to everything around you. Writing is probably the most important thing you'll learn how to do, and keep an open mind.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Here I am being interviewed in the studio. And today I will be going to the kids' concert.
And what about tomorrow on Inauguration Day?
I will be going to the inauguration.
And where will you be standing?
Now you can listen to the entire interview that I did for NPR.
We last spoke with 10-year-old Damon Weaver, a student journalist from Pahokee, Florida, last month when he was pushing to interview President-elect Barack Obama. Now he's here in Washington, D.C. for the inauguration. He had hoped to be credentialed as a journalist at the U.S. Capitol. Damon Weaver, thanks for coming in.
You're welcome.
And did you get your credential?
Yes.
Where are you going to be?
Yesterday I went to the opening ceremony, and today I will be going to the kids' concert.
And what about tomorrow on Inauguration Day?
I will be going to the inauguration.
And where will you be standing?
I'm going to be close where he doesn't look like a dot.
He won't look like a dot. Yeah, you're going to be closer than a whole lot of people, I know that. Well, you went to a ball last night, is that right?
Yes.
Which one?
The root ball.
The root ball.
Yes.
And what'd you see? What'd you do?
I saw a lot of people. I interviewed Oprah, Chris Tucker, T.D. Jakes, Samuel Jackson, Spike Lee, and some more people.
Well, that's a pretty busy night right there.
Yes, and I was tired.
I bet you were.
I went to sleep on the carpet.
On the carpet at the ball?
Yes, the red carpet at that.
Well, what did you ask Oprah?
What is it like being on a talk show? Can you give some advice to the students at my school? And then she took my mic to interview me.
Oh, she did?
Yes.
And what did she ask you?
How do I feel about Barack Obama being president? What am I doing in the week of Washington, D.C.? And that's about all I know of.
Well, you have this interview request, this long-standing interview request with Barack Obama. Any progress on that?
Yeah. There's no yes and there's no no, so we don't know if we're going to get interviewed or not.
Well, if by some chance Barack Obama happens to be listening to this program right now, do you have a message for him? Anything you'd like to tell him?
Hi, Barack Obama. I'm Damon Weaver. I already interviewed your vice president, Joe Biden, and I also called him my homeboy. So if you want to be my homeboy too, please let me interview you. And that rhymes.
Damon Weaver, thanks so much for coming in.
You're welcome.
Damon Weaver is a 5th grader and a reporter for his school's TV station at Canal Point Elementary School in Florida. He's here in Washington for the inauguration and still hoping to score an interview with the president-elect.
I'm here with Kevin, and he's a radio person. What do you do for NPR?
Besides a radio person, I'm what's known as a broadcast engineer. And my job is to sit behind the big console here and turn the microphones on and off and play the music and watch those clocks up there and make sure that our shows go off on time. Start on time, end on time, and hit the brakes.
Do you like being an engineer?
Love it. Been doing it since I was about old enough to play guitar, which is 30-something years. So,
as an engineer, don't you supposed to be fixing cars?
well, if you're an automotive engineer, you fix cars. If you're a railroad engineer, you drive trains. If you're a chemical engineer, you mess with chemicals. If you're a radio engineer, then you mess with audio gear.
Can you give some advice to the students at my school?
Sure. I'd tell the kids in school to try to stick to the books, keep the grades up, stay focused. Find something you like, focus. If you like music, play guitar, focus. If you like, I don't know, football, sure. You like sports, stay focused on sports.
How do you become a radio engineer?
Well, like most professions, you can go to school to learn things about how to be an engineer. But since it largely revolves around sound, and music and voices and sounds that you hear, I think it's good if you have kind of an aptitude or at least an interest in sound and music. Then from there, if you play an instrument or if you sing or if you like playing with faders or like cutting music together on a computer, it can be a natural progression. You learn how to do that, and then you can find your way into the field.
Can you show me what some of this stuff is?
Yeah, sure. For instance, when we did an interview a little while ago, these two buttons here, these were the microphones. So there are 3 or 4 microphones in the studio there, and these are the buttons that turn those microphones on. And then this allows me to adjust how loud each microphone is. And so when we do live shows and interviews, I turn these on, make sure it sounds good. If it gets too soft, I make it louder. If it gets too loud, I bring it down a little bit. And then all these other buttons are basically to route the sound, to send it somewhere. So what I want to do here basically is send it to a recorder, so we can record it in a computer, or we can record it over here on a tape or on a CDR. And then if we do a live show, I want to send the sound that I mix, all my music and microphones, I want to send that out to a satellite that either beams the signal up to the stations, or more likely these days it goes to a computer where stations can download those events.
Thank you.
You got it? To make you want to be an engineer?
Maybe.
What's the key?
Football.
Focus. Be anything you want, just focus.
Okay. Well, you got what an engineer does. Thanks to NPR show All Things Considered for allowing me to be on this show 2 times.